What's up, all my LJC family, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, family. And today video, Life with Jeanette. Y'all, we're going to be talking about one place I would never, and I keep my fingers crossed, never, ever, 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 ever will I work in retail again. Y'all, I lost myself when I worked in retail. I tell y'all, I don't know what person I was working in retail. Oh my goodness. At first, it was okay. You know, when I first started working there in retail, it was okay. You know, I was learning everything. I was excited to know everything. Then I was getting everything down, and, you know, I was offered all these different positions, and I was, the not the favorite person in the store, but, a lot of people liked me in the store, and I had a lot of co-workers, and I met a lot of different people there. But whew, when I tell y'all, working in retail, you will lose your mind, you will lose your soul, you will lose your heart, you will lose everything working in retail, y'all. Let me tell y'all, I was the nicest person you could ever know working in retail. The nicest person before I started working in retail. Whew. Boy, I tell y'all, I learned some things working in retail about myself that I did not know. And I mean, the managers there are so disrespectful. They don't have no type of sympathy. They do not have a care in the world for you. So in order for you to have any type of respect, you better grab that respect for yourself. So the store manager, at first he started off, and I was kind of like his favorite person. Everybody was like, oh, you his favorite person, you this, you that, because I could go to him and I could talk to him. But then when they seen the type of person I was, y'all, I love these. I love these. I love them. I don't know if y'all can see them. But when I went to him and I was, would talk to him and stuff like that, he would always tell me, he wanted me to try this and try that and this department, that department. I'm just like, okay. So they would always have me working in all these different departments. I learned almost every department in retail. So when I first started working there, I worked in the garden center. That's where I was hired at, in the garden center. And I worked back there. I had a manager. Oh, he was my favorite department manager. We got along great. And I think we worked together for probably about 3 years. And he left and went to another state. And when he left and went to another state, they tried to give me the department manager. But they kept harassing me to be the department manager. Now, how y'all want me to be a department manager, a woman? And when I tell y'all, garden center, you got heavy barbecue pits, you got heavy furniture, you got mulch, you got dirt, you got rocks and all kind of stuff in garden center. So I would have had to lift all of this stuff. I would have had to lift all of this stuff, do inventory on it, count it. I would have had to do paperwork when the trucks brought it in and all this other kind of stuff. So I kept telling him, no, 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 I did not want to work. I did not want to be a department manager. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing it on me. I said, no, I did not want to be a department manager. So once I kept telling them no, things started getting worse and worse. They started just becoming different people. So they would start asking me to do things that a department manager was supposed to do. So at first I would do it. And then, I'm starting to just like, y'all not trying to hire a department manager back here. I'm doing all the department manager work. So they would call for a man to come back there when, the grills and stuff came out. A lot of the heavy equipment came out. They would call for them to come back there and work for me. But at the end of the day, I'm just like, no, I'm going to quit doing this because they getting too spoiled by me doing all the work. And all they got to do is call a man back here to come lift all this heavy stuff. And then they going on back by their business. I got to do all this counting and all this other kind of stuff. So I started getting to the point to where when they started asking me stuff, I started being like, saying what, why, who, when, where. I started telling them all this other kind of stuff. So we had got this manager. And he wasn't a department manager. Let me see. He was a co-manager. He was a mean little sucker. I tell you, mean, he was mean. So every morning he would come to work. He'll walk off in there, straight giving us orders. Straight me and this other guy. It was two of us back there. Straight giving us orders. I wouldn't do nothing. I would just stand there. He'll look at me, I'll look at him. And he'd be like, okay, are y'all ready to no? I'm not doing nothing. Because when I walked through the door, I could have swore I did not sleep with you last night. It's good morning. How y'all doing? Okay, now let's talk about what we need to do. Oh. This went on for like a couple of weeks. So he reported me to the store manager, saying that I wasn't doing my job, whatever. So I get called in the office, go to the office, talk to the store manager, and he asking me what's going on. So I tell him, how would you feel every morning somebody just hadn't even been there? I hadn't already been there 3 years. Somebody walk up in there and just directly, don't say good morning, don't say nothing to y'all, just directly start telling y'all what to do. How would you feel? I said, when you have these meetings every morning, what's the first thing come out of your mouth? He said, good morning. I said, okay. So how am I supposed to feel every night, every morning when this man come walk through the door and he don't say good morning to us? I'm supposed to be all jolly and happy and so excited to work. No, it's good morning. I didn't sleep with him last night. And yes, I did tell him that. So, like, LaDonna, you can't be so however you say it. And you need to be more considerate to his needs. He's new, and we don't want him to feel bad. I say, what? You got to be kidding me. You think I'm finna just cater to this man because he's new?
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Okay. Well, he must don't know about it. He must don't know about this store. I was finna say that. He must don't know about this store. So I started talking to the other associates, and they were just like, yeah, he rude. He a little rude something. He don't never say good morning. So Everybody started getting on him. Everybody started getting on him. And finally, he started saying good morning. That's all any of us wanted to hear was good morning. So he came in, good morning, how y'all doing? And told us what we needed to do. We did it. Came back, told us what else we need to do. We did it. He didn't last very long. He was gone. He lasted probably almost a year. We get another manager in there. At this time, they wanted me to start working in toys because we had no associates in toys. I'm not finna work in toys and in garden center, so which one do y'all want me to do? Well, we'll just have you do toys, and then once toys is caught up, you can go back in garden center. No, I'm not gonna do that. Which one do y'all want me to do? I'm not working in both departments. Unless y'all gonna pay me to work in both departments, I'm just not gonna work in both departments. So he said, can you work in toys and just help out a little bit in garden center? I let him talk me into it. I did for a little bit. They started handling me rough with it. Like, you need to do this and you need to do that and you need to make sure this is on. You need to make sure this price. You need to go through here and you need to do this and you need to do that. Everybody know I'm quiet, mind my business. I handle my business on my job. I do what I need to do. I scan my stuff, do my price changes. So, okay. So I went on, handled what I needed to handle, did everything. They came over there with 725 price changes. I'm not the department manager now. LaDonna, we need you to change these prices. I say, what? We need you to change them, and we need you to literally, like, go up to each item. 725 items. 700 and some items, and change each label.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
I said, y'all is out of y'all mind. If y'all think I'm finna to go up to each item, and now, but this the crazy part. The prices, the price tags are all printed out. So I would have to scan each price tag, look up the location, and then look up the aisle number, go find it, and change the price tag. I said, y'all, 725? Y'all got to be kidding me. So he said, well, okay, can you do 300 and we'll find somebody else to do 300. That still didn't sound good to me, but I went ahead and did it. So I went ahead and did it. I know I needed a job. I didn't feel like looking for another job. So I went ahead and did. So I'm over here doing price changing, running the toys, running the garden, running the toy. Here come the manager. You not finished yet?
Yes. Next second.
I just looked at her. I say, excuse me, you not finished yet? Because it shouldn't take you no 2 hours to do no price changes. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not the department manager. And I'm not supposed to be doing this anyway. So, here you go. I gave her the price tags. And I saying, you can go find the rest of them. Y'all not finna work me to death. This is not my job. I'm not a department manager. I'm not getting paid to do the department manager job. It's not my job. So, she got mad at me. She started trying to handle me rough. Every single day it was something. So, this was, I think, before Christmas. I'm just spitting. Before Christmas, the store, we have price changes every week, every day almost. But price changes are done by department managers. They're done by some associates, but, you have to be given permission to really change. You have to be trained to do all of that. So, this what really got it. They came over there, and I'm over here minding my business, doing Top Stock. Anybody ever work for retail, do Top Stock, wherever, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm doing, LaDonna, we have a job for you to do, and you don't have to do Top Stock no more day, because this job is going to pretty much take you all the way up until you get off. I said, what? We need you to do 2,000 and something price changes.
He broke out my window.
Which one?
Hey, y'all done lost y'all mind. The store manager said that if you wasn't gonna be what did they call it? I can't think it. If I wasn't gonna be something, then I needed to go home or something like that. So I'm just like, okay, I'll go home. Then I ain't tripping. So I did. I had walked off the floor, and I was getting ready to go to my locker and get all my stuff. I was finna get ready to go home. Like, y'all got me bent. Y'all think I'm finna do 2,000 and something price changes. So I go walking out hard, walking to my locker. I'm hot. I'm boiling. So he comes over there and he asked me what was wrong, and I'm telling him what they said, and you said I can go home if I don't want productive. He said if I wasn't gonna be productive, I can go home. And I told him, I said, they said you said if I wasn't gonna be productive, I can go home. I say I'm productive every single day. I do my job every single day. I told you I didn't want to be the department manager in Garden Center. Y'all stuck me in toys. Now y'all want me to do toys and Garden Center. I have been doing toys and Garden Center for the last couple of months. I say now y'all got me doing all these price changes, no help. This woman came to me and asked me to do 2,000 and something price changes for the rest of the day until I leave. And said, you said if I wasn't productive, I needed to go home. So I took the second option and I'm going home. And so he's like, no, I didn't say that. So I'm like, why would she say that if you didn't say that? So he called her to the back and he asked her, what did you say to LaDonna? And she was just like, I just asked her to change the price tags, the prices. And I say, and you asked me to change the prices, but he said that I had to do it for the rest of the day, and if I didn't want to be productive, I could go home. She said, no, I didn't say that. I said, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You told me if I wasn't going to be productive, I needed to go home. And he said, well, for her to change 2,000 and something price tags, that's something she cannot do. And you needed to ask somebody else. You needed more than one person to change the price tags. And LaDonna works over in Garden Center and toys. She don't know the grocery side. So you should have asked somebody on the grocery side to do that. And you need at least 3 people to do it. So after that, she really started picking with me. So he moved me. She was my manager. So he came to me and he said he wanted me to be the manager in pharmacy, the department manager in pharmacy. So I was like, cool. All right. He was like, you know how to do price changes, you know how to do top stock, you know how to do this, you know how to do that, you know how to do this, that. So you really don't need no training. You already know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you go in there and do the paperwork, change your forgot what it's called, so we can go ahead and get you started. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really know if I want to do be the department manager, but I went ahead and it's over the counter. It's over the counter. You know, I was gonna be doing over the counter department manager in pharmacy. So I went ahead and did my paperwork and got everything rolling. Started being a manager over there, and hold up, here we come. Here I am into it with AP. I didn't know I was gonna have to deal with AP. AP is like over pharmacy because it's so much stealing. It's so much stealing. When I tell you them people be stealing that medicine. So it was a little harder doing medicine. It was a little harder doing inventory and all that stuff in pharmacy because you got to deal with a lot. Therefore, you had to report a lot of stuff. I had to get on my knees and count, like get down there and count like the Tylenol. I had to make sure if the piece of paper said 17, I had to make sure it was 17. If 2 was missing, I had to go look in the back in the bins and see, okay, well, it says 2 of them is here, but it's not here. So I had to go and write that down, and everything that wasn't accountable for, I had to take it to AP, give it to them. They had to come look for it. We had to go look for it together. So pharmacy was really hard. So you got to deal with the disrespectful customers. You got to deal with the disrespectful managers. You got to deal with some of the disrespectful co-workers. You had to deal with all of this crazy stuff. And then you got your customers, you know, because I was there for like, at that time, it was probably like 7 years, you know, so I had my customers. Come see me every day. And, you know, you can't accept no type of gifts. You can't accept them, nothing. Them customers be wanting to give you money. They be wanting to give you everything, but you cannot accept anything or you'll be fired. So they come and they try to hide money and stuff. And I used to have to take money to the front all the time because they would try to come in there. I would have my little cart, and at the end of the day, I would look, it'd be money up here, money. I'm like, oh my goodness, these customers, you know, we used to have to turn that stuff in. I used to turn it in because I wasn't trying to lose my job. But the crazy part about it is, one day, it was some blood pressure cups. Boy, this day, boy, I didn't know what y'all. It was some blood pressure cups. It was supposed to be 23 of them, and it was only 12. I counted them. I went to the back. I looked for them. I looked up on top stock. I couldn't find them. I turned the paperwork in. She came over there. Well, you need to be knowing this stuff, and if it's supposed to be 23 and it ain't no 23, you need to go back there and ooh, baby, let me tell y'all. My blood, my arms got weak, my legs got weak, my hands got weak. I say, who do you think you talking to? I am not your child. And I don't care what position you hold. You was not going to be talking to me no any kind of way. I did my job. I went, I counted, I went to the back, I looked in the bins. It wasn't in the bins. I looked in top stock. It wasn't in top stock. And that's all I'm supposed to do.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Well, we need, we need to go back to the back of the bins, and you need to look in the bins again. You need to look behind stuff. I said, I'm not going and look in nothing. I did my job. Well, if you can't go look in the bins and you can't go look at nothing, then you need to come to the office. I said, boy, y'all good for pulling somebody in the office. I'm not going to the office. So she go and cause she basically hired in the store manager. So she go and then she go in there. She tell my co-manager, the store manager, and there was another manager over me. She go and tell them. They called me in the office. They was talking to me. And by this time, I'm like, boy, I'm off in that office. And ooh, y'all, I'm going off. I didn't even know some of the stuff I could say. I ain't finna say it on this platform. But some of the stuff I did not know I had in me. Ooh, y'all, at that point, after all of that happened, and it was so much tension, I was so stressed. I hated to go to work. I hated to wake up in the morning. It'd be days I drive to that job and call in right outside of that, right outside in the parking lot. I had real bad migraines. As soon as you get hot in that store, because it stayed hot. So I would have fans and I would have all type of stuff on my little cart, and they run by batteries or USB. So I would have all this stuff blowing on me. They're going to tell me I needed a doctor's note to have a fan. I say, y'all know what? Y'all getting on my nerves. I say, I don't know why y'all over here picking with me. I'm doing my job and doing what I need to do. So I go and I get a note from my doctor. Not only did I get a note from my doctor also wrote, signed a piece of paper saying, if I get a migraine on the job, I need to leave immediately. And if I wake up in the morning and I have a migraine, I will not be going to work. So that was excused 3 days. They didn't like that. They didn't like that because, baby, after all of that, COVID and all of that stuff came, I started calling in. I couldn't be there with these people. I could not take it. Every day I walked in that office, in that door, and I look at them. And the only thing that made me stand out different from them, even though I couldn't stand none of them, I still would say good morning. Because I know how it felt when nobody said good morning to me, regardless to if I liked the person, if they didn't, however it felt. I know that saying good morning to somebody, that's going to eat you up more than anything. You knowing that I cannot stand you, you cannot stand me. And then especially when the big people came, because our store was it was just, they stole so much. We had the highest stealing rank, so we had market people in there all the time. So when them market people come in, I really put on a show. They ain't got no choice but to say good morning. So one morning, the market man came. They seen me, I seen them. And I was just like, oh, no one says good morning anymore. And the market manager said, they didn't say good morning? I say, no, they don't never say good morning in this store. I said, you can walk in this store and out of this store 17 times a day, a week, a month. None of these managers in this store speak to you. He said, oh, no, we're going to have to do something about that. Our store manager had got sick or something had happened. They sent another store manager down here from Dallas. He came down here. He was standing there because he was getting ready. And he was just like, you mean to tell me none of these managers say? I say none of them. None, all of them that's standing right there. Maybe 2 of them are favorite, but none of them still say good morning. And then he say, Do y'all know how that make people feel when you don't say good morning and you finna work with these people all day and you finna get them orders and you finna say and you don't say good morning to them? So, ooh, they was mad at me. They was mad at me. So, any little Donna. I said, nope. So, I started calling in. I started using my intimate leave. I just couldn't take it. I was so stressed out on that job, y'all. I had headache week after week after week, month after month after month. I started just, and then when I started going through when I went through that situation with that partner of mine, everything broke. Everything. I could not believe. If somebody said something to me at the job, I literally bit their head off. That man from Dallas said, you know what? He say, I don't see it. He said, but you is feisty. He say, you can put a person in a place, put a smile on your face, do your job, and go home at the end of the day and come back up in here the next day, still smile, say good morning, still do your job, and still look these managers in the face. He said, I like you. You a feisty little something. And I was telling him about the job and everything that was going on. And I was just telling him, I just don't think I'm going to be able to work here with these people. And then y'all switched the main manager over me that I cannot actually stand. And he was like, no, we're going to get it together. He's like, we're going to get it together. They not finna act like that. We don't do this in Dallas. And I said, well, all of them need training. Every last one of them need training. So the market manager wanted to talk to me. And I was just telling them, I was like, they just disrespectful. They don't treat us worth nothing. They could care less about any of us. It's a couple of them who care for us, but half of them managers, no. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, I will never work in retail again. Retail really caused me a lot of aches and pains. I hurt my knee. I hurt my back. I could not get rid of the migraines. I was stressed out. I was depressed. I was everything working in retail. Retail is not for everybody. Retail is not the place to be if you don't have the attitude. Like I said, I had the attitude. It wasn't the people. It was the managers. Sometimes it could be the people's, because I tell you, boy, some of them customers is a mess. But I love the customers. I love them so much. I miss working like talking to the customers, holding a conversation. I even miss my coworkers. But as far as working in retail, if I don't never, ever, 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 ever have to work in retail again, I never will. That's one place I will never work. I don't know about any other retails, but that Pacific, and if anybody know me, know what I'm talking about, I will never work in retail, period. That was a horrible experience, and I changed from going from home health care to try to do something different, and I think that was the worst thing I have ever done in my life. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. I love y'all, all my LJC family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. And if you see somebody with a phone, you're sitting by them, standing by them, looking at them, or whatever, you got your eyes on them, ask them if they got a YouTube. And ask them if they can subscribe to Life with Jeanette. And subscribe. And I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. And until next time, peace.